Welcome to Good Morning Vail. For this Saturday, October 28th edition, I'm your host, Ben Roof. We've got a great show in store for you. We've got the Minturn Saloon grand opening and some of their Halloween spectacular events. We're talking to them about some of that. Photographer Mile Gladstone, and then, of course, Avija with Vail Vibes to round out the first hour of Good Morning Vail, which starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. One of the oldest restaurants in the Valley is the Minturn Saloon, and they just had a major facelift and grand reopening. And Liz had the opportunity to sit down with one of the new owners to talk about what they've got coming up for Halloween. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I am super excited about my next guest, Connie Mazza. I'm so happy to have you here. You might recognize this beautiful face from the Village Bagel that you've seen both in Edwards and now in Gypsum. But we are here to talk about all things Halloween and all the exciting things and fundraisers, all at the, well, I would say the brand new Minturn Saloon, because it closed and you guys reopened it and just renovated the whole thing.
Yep.
Now, I know it still has, it's maintaining its integrity from the original start.
Yes.
But you guys did an amazing job of cleaning up and just really getting into the grit of the whole thing. And now it just looks amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a 123-year-old building, so it needed a little love, a little update.
Wow. Did you have to do exterior stuff as well?
Yeah, we did some exterior stuff too.
Okay. And I noticed that main bar is the old bar that you
Correct.
brought in.
Yep.
Yes.
It was in the dining room, and
Right.
we moved it to the actual back bar. So
Nice.
That's the oldest thing in the building. It's
Really?
amazing. Yeah.
That is incredible. So it's keeping, it's maintaining its really cool stuff from the long time ago. But I'm really proud and excited that you guys have taken this over as a new project so we can get back into the saloon and have a really wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Especially because you are throwing something really big for the Minturn Community Fund.
Yes.
Now, for those of you that don't know all about the Minturn Community Fund, it started in 1996, and they do amazing things like community cleanup, taking care of the fire department, concerts, yoga, and so many other things for everybody here in the community. Let us know what is going to take place for the fundraiser and what we can do to help.
So that's coming up this Saturday,
Right.
the 28th.
Okay.
And the Minturn Community Fund is back doing the annual Halloween party at the saloon.
Yay!
They've been doing it at the saloon since 2000. So this
Wow.
is like 20-something years in the works. They took a little hiatus pre-COVID, but now we're back with new ownership, brand new sound system, totally updated space. And 100% of the ticket sales go to the Minturn Community Fund, which we're really proud about. So,
See, that's huge.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. And we have the Johnny Schlepper Band playing.
yes, so they're bringing in the Johnny Schlepper Band. Johnny, long time, grew up in the Valley, local. And anyone who's seen him play knows what a fun time they are.
Oh,
So
yes.
They're going to be playing from 9 to 12. Doors open at 8 this Saturday.
Okay.
And you can get tickets at the Minturn Community Fund website.
Now, what's going to take place? Just dancing and fun and music and like food and all that good stuff,
They're
right?
also doing, so they annually they have a theme, a costume theme.
Okay.
So this year is the Day of the Dead, Dia de la Muerta. So come
Dia de la Muerta.
dressed up, ready to win some fun prizes. So we'll have a costume party, costume prizes.
You know what I love about this theme is that you get to get really colorful and vibrant and exciting. It's almost like festival-like.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
that's really exciting. Dia de Muerta is the theme, and it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. You got to go check it out. And the fact that all the proceeds go to the Minturn Community Fund is huge.
Yes.
So you're not only going out to have a really amazing time, but you're going to really support an amazing cause.
Yes.
And-
Longtime locals know that this is the Halloween party to go to, and it's back at the saloon. So in a comfortable, new, clean space with great sound system, like I said. So it's definitely the place to be this Saturday, the 28th.
Well, that is in a nutshell what we're going to take place on Saturday. And the coolest thing is that you guys have so many great things going on. Now that you're open, you get to experience all the wonderful things. So this Saturday, we have the Johnny Schlepper Band for the Minturn Community Fund. And then the No. The 31st, we have another great night over there with the Evolution Live, which we all know they played here locally on our TV station. So they're incredible. What's going to take place that night? Because I know there's costume contests and all kinds of good stuff.
We'll do another costume contest. So this is Halloween night. So the fun thing is we're throwing 2 Halloween parties at the Minturn Saloon this year.
Yay!
So this coming Saturday with Johnny Schlepper, and then on Halloween night with Mauricio and his wife, the Evolution Live is playing.
Right.
They'll play from 7:30 to 10:30. Another costume party. We'll do fun bar snacks and cocktails, and we're capping the ticket sales. So it's kind of limited. Plenty of room to hang with your friends and dance and boogie on the dance floor, and not wait too long for drinks. So it'll be just more of an exclusive kind of fun party.
I'm going to that, by the way.
Sweet. You're going to both, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try and make it to both. I have to come up with costumes like you wouldn't believe. I have dressed up 3 times already, and it's not even close to Halloween. So it's my favorite time of year. I just absolutely love the way everybody's excited. You get the fall feelings, and everybody's in a giddy, happy, frisky mood. And we dress up. We play like big kids, and it's just so much fun. And the saloon is like the hub of Minturn. So I'm so glad you guys are back rocking and rolling. And now, so you have the night for Halloween, but everybody knows that in Minturn, the night before Halloween is the trick-or-treating for all the kids, the biggest family event that we have really anywhere. It's just so huge. Everybody comes out. Now, this always takes place the night before Halloween. So tell me, you guys are not normally open on this day, but you're going to open up for everybody.
Just regular dinner service on Monday. At the Minturn Saloon. We want people to, have good fuel for all the candy they're about to eat and roaming the streets in Minturn. So stop by with your family, have some dinner, and then make the rounds through Minturn for their big Halloween tour.
This is incredible. So not only do we have a brand new experience at the Minturn Saloon, we have 3 incredible events coming up. So don't forget, this Saturday is a big fundraiser for the Minturn Community Fund with the Johnny Schlepper Band, and that's going to be incredible. The most incredible food, lots of entertainment, live music, and all the other stuff. Then on the 30th, the day before Halloween, they're going to be open for dinner fare and all that great stuff, and the trick-or-treating for all the kids throughout the entire area of Minturn. And then on the 31st Halloween night, another big party with the Evolution Live. There's so many great things going on. Connie, I don't know how much time you have to rest because I know you've been busy. You have a child at home and now you are 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
Congratulations. We're announcing it here, unless you know her. We're announcing her pregnancy.
A lot going on.
How do you find time to have kids with all this?
I don't know. They say do it while you're young, so we're doing everything at the same time.
You know what? It's remarkable. You're a very busy lady. You do so much for our community. You raise money for the Minturn Community Fund. You're taking a lot of time over at the new place at the saloon, and you still have Village Bagel. Oh, you guys, Village Bagel. Now you're also in Gypsum over there with the Village Bagel. I didn't even know this. Ben Roof, one of our people here on the sofa, and also with our great, technical stuff that he does. He was telling me that he goes to the one in Gypsum. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like, you have 3 restaurants?
You have
what are you
3
talking
now? Youth and entrepreneurial stuff. I love this. This is what this valley is all about. Promoting everybody, just being part of a big community and supporting everybody that is doing so many great things for us and opening up all these wonderful places for us to be entertained and fed and just enjoy so many wonderful activities.
Yes, I'm excited. It's really great to team up with Minturn Community Fund again for their Saturday Halloween party, and just being in the valley for so long, it just feels nice to be in Minturn and in Gypsum and in Edwards and all over, and hopefully bringing people joy through our food and through our establishments.
Yeah, well, you do. You bring people joy. You bring my belly joy over at Village Bagel, rather. And you just bring our heads and hearts and spirit so much joy with all of that entertainment. The groups you have coming up are amazing. Johnny Schlepper Band, they are just incredible. And yes,
so excited.
Longtime locals. Same thing with the Evolution Live. I've known Mauricio and Dina for at least 15 years.
Oh, cool.
And I know that they were living being at first, and then they evolved into the Evolution Live, became like a 7-8 piece. I think you're going to have a 6-piece band that
the
night.
full band.
Yeah,
We're
so
so excited. The live music part of the saloon is what we're really excited about, because
Right.
it's always been an amazing venue, but to be able to be a music venue as well, and
Yeah.
just have the sound brought throughout the whole house.
Oh, and it's new. It's a new sound system.
All brand new, yeah, and like state of the art too. So
I can't believe it. I can't
half restaurant,
wait.
half music venue, but just the place to party. So much fun.
What kind of food are you guys? Did you change your menu?
Well, we elevated the ingredients. We are definitely ingredient driven these
Nice,
days.
okay.
Everything's made from scratch, but we're
Ooh.
still margaritas and Tex-Mex food.
Nice.
It's still super approachable and
Yeah.
really fun. And
Great for the whole family.
Great for the whole family. Yep.
That's amazing. Now, also, I have a question for you. If there's a band, local band, and they're watching, and they're like, well, I want to get in on this. How do they get in touch? Do you do the booking for the bands?
Yeah, we do. We have a group sales coordinator as well, Casey. So they can email Connie at minturnsaloon.com or events at minturnsaloon.com and get in touch with us. But we already have some consistent music booked for the winter.
That's great.
And we'd love to book some more. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the greatest place for you as a musician to get out there, because you're basically going to touch everybody in the valley, because everybody goes to Minturn and everybody finds their way over to the saloon. It's
Yes.
just such a staple. There's something about Minturn that's a super magical place. It's very quaint. It's very connected. Everybody's very close. There really is that community feel there. You have the little shops and you have all the places to go.
And
just,
of course, après ski.
Yeah.
After skiing Minturn Mile.
right?
Yep.
I can't believe we're talking about après skiing already.
It's happening, Liz.
No,
Get
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I am not ready, okay? I'm going to just...
You got your dress on. You're wearing your...
Yeah, look at this.
your
Hey,
shorts.
but I have to say that I am excited for all the festivities. I do love winter for the purpose of not skiing, because I am really clumsy, but all the
Activities.
other fun stuff. I'll go to all the operas. I'll be
Well,
starting
you know the
before
best
everybody
operas
else.
at the saloon.
Yeah,
so.
you do. It's
With
just
our
a-
live music in the bar.
the live music, the bar, the atmosphere, and
Margaritas.
and your
They're
service
fresh now.
is really good too. Your servers
Thank you.
are really wonderful.
Yeah, everyone's loves hospitality and loves making people happy. That's kind of our brand.
How'd you find people with good work ethic is what I'd like to know. In this
I'd like
business,
to say they're
service,
following us, and they know that we run good restaurants and that we have that mission across all of what we do. So it's genuine, it's authentic.
that's the highest form of a compliment, that people know that you're a good owner and a good person to work for and with,
Thank
so
you.
that they go and want to work with you and
Yes,
for
and
you.
stay. Be
That's
a part of our work
huge.
families.
That's really wonderful. You have such a wonderful personality, and you're
Oh, you're
always
the
so
best.
warm and caring and giving. So
Thanks,
I can
Liz.
just see the future of the saloon being a massive, big success.
You're sweet.
And
Thank
I wish
you.
you guys all the best. And I'm going to go through all the fun things taking place at the Minturn Saloon coming up again. So this Saturday, do not forget to support the Minturn Community Fund. All the proceeds go to them, and they are just a wonderful organization. That's with the Johnny Schlepper Band taking place over at the Minturn Saloon, and that starts at...
That is doors open at 8, band is 9 to 12.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect timing for everything. And then the day before Halloween, do all of your Halloweening and all your fun trick-or-treating throughout the town of Minturn. Andy will be open for that day specifically just for that. And then Halloween night, the Evolution live playing. What a great experience. There's going to be a costume contest, so make sure you dress up in all your favorite costumes,
Yes.
because they are going to be giving away. What's the prizes?
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh, okay. I like
But
surprises.
one of them is a $100 gift card to the Minturn Saloon. So you can check out our new space and bring your friends in and have
Nice.
some fajitas and margaritas.
Make sure you make that gift certificate not for that night.
Yes, we are
Smart, right?
closing the kitchen before the party starts.
Good idea. That way they'll come back.
definitely,
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
That
it.
is good to know. Like, fuel up before the dancing begins.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some light bar snacks, but our kitchen will close and we'll clear the dining room and make it a dance floor.
Oh
so
my
once the party
God.
begins, it's on to the drinking and the dancing.
Well, the theme is Dia del Muerte on the Saturday coming up for your costume contest on that with Johnny Schlepper, and then any costume goes for the night of Halloween with the Evolution Live, all taking place at the Minturn Saloon, the brand new Minturn Saloon, keeping its authenticity, but with new, exciting things coming up. Connie, I can't thank you enough for being here with
Liz.
us.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. It's Sunday with Connie from the Saloon, everybody. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi there, I just wanted to take a moment and introduce myself. My name is Avisha Scarborough, and I'm the host of Vail Vibes, a show about all the amazing stuff going on here in Vail and surrounding areas I'm going to tell you all about so you don't miss a thing. And I just want to say that I love being part of this community, and it's an amazing place to be.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at revivalvailvalley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, thanks for joining us. So the postseason has started for high school soccer, and Battle Mountain entered the playoffs as the number 3 overall seed in Class 4A boys soccer. They took on Mullen, who was ranked 30th heading into the tournament Thursday night, and we're hoping to move on to the second round. It was beginning to feel like winter in Edwards Thursday night for playoff soccer. After only falling once in the regular season, the Battle Mountain Huskies were hoping to keep their season alive in the postseason as they matched up with Mullen in Edwards. Moving over to the second half, up 5-0 already on Mullen. Cooper Skidmore adds the explanation point on this goal, and the Huskies cruise past the Mustangs 6-0 in not the friendliest conditions. With the win over Mullen, Battle Mountain will advance to the second round of the playoffs, where they'll match up with the number 19 seeded Golden High. That game should be played back in Edwards. How about no goals given up by the Huskies keeper Zeke Alvarez? We caught up with him after the game. Well, it's Survive and Advance season for boys soccer here in Colorado, and Battle Mountain, they're surviving, advancing, and moving on to the next round of the state championship. Right here with me, the goalkeeper, Zeke Alvarez. Zeke, what did you like from your team tonight?
I think we played really well. I mean, we fought through everything. I mean, there was no sun, but rain, snow, cold, everything. We fought well. We just played well, put up 6 good goals, and we're going on to the next.
Okay, and kind of how did playing on these snowy conditions kind of change up the pace of this game, you think?
I mean, I think none of us are obviously used to it, but I think we're more used to it than them. But, I mean, we just keep the speed of play to our level. I mean, I think if we could play to our level every game, I think we're pretty good.
And as the goalkeeper, you didn't give up a single goal tonight as you guys walked past Mullen 6-0. How does it feel to kind of come through for your team in that aspect?
No, it feels good. I mean, I don't know what clean sheet, but we started off strong in the season with 3 clean sheets and then had one last week and then this week, so it feels great, yeah.
In a near-perfect season with that one loss at home to Glenwood Springs, how long ago does that loss to Glenwood Springs feel now?
Oh, I mean, feels like a long time ago, but it's also feels like yesterday too, because, I mean, it's our only loss. We remember it, but, I mean, we beat them at their house, so it's all good.
You got your coach coming in. You got to love the fan support there. And my last question for you, Zeke. Come on, bring the flag in. Guess you can wave it while we're talking. But my last question for you, bud, what do you guys need to do to keep moving forward and get to that state championship game?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta, like I said, we just gotta keep playing to our level. Can't be playing at other teams' level. Just play at our level. I mean, we got a home game next week, or whenever the next game is. But yeah, just keep playing our level and just score some goals.
Awesome. Got anything you want to add?
Go Huskies.
Go Huskies. I love it. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thank you.
Now going back to Tuesday night, Battle Mountain Volleyball matched up with Steamboat, and we're looking to close out the regular season strong. We got those highlights to show you now. With 9 victories on the court this season, Battle Mountain Volleyball was looking to move into double digits as they took on Steamboat. Last time these teams met, the Huskies defeated the Sailors 3-1 and hoped to move past them again. Battle Mountain would take the first 2 sets, and on set point, up 25-24, they looked to close Steamboat out. The point's a quick one. Gracie Halminski puts it away fast, and the Huskies make quick work of Steamboat as they shut out the Sailors 3-0 and earn the regular season sweep. Battle Mountain will now turn their attention to a tournament matchup with Valley High. Now, we've talked a lot about Battle Mountain in this show, but Vail Christian Volleyball also had a game over in Edwards, so a lot of action in Edwards this week as they took on North Fork, and we're also looking for a strong win to close out that regular season. Here are the highlights. In the gym at Vail Christian, the Saints were on the hunt for their 15th win of the season as they welcome North Fork. The Miners came out of the gate by surprise as they take the first set here after Vail Christian puts too many hands on the ball. But the Saints will remind the Miners there's still a lot of game left. Vail Christian puts the ball into play on set point of the second, and the rally is on. Miners working together to make a move, and they'll push back to the Saints. Jesse Allen makes a diving save, and they'll hit it back to the Miners, who won't be able to cross the net. Vail Christian takes a set, then they'll take the third set as well. Down 2-1, the Miners take the serve, and they'll give it back to Vail Christian. The Saints make an illegal move, and the point is awarded to North Fork, so the game moves into a tiebreaker to 15, where the Saints come up victorious. Vail Christian is going to win it 3-2. Now, for the first time ever, the Valley has a Class 4A singles 2-line boys tennis state champion. Daniel Blanche of Vail Christian took home the gold recently, so we caught up with him to see how that victory tastes. Well, fall sports are starting to wrap up here in the Valley, like boys tennis, but for the first time in a long time at least, we have a state champion in men's singles, Daniel Blanche, right with me. How does it feel?
It feels really, really great to achieve this goal, which is something I've been working towards for a long, long time, and it just feels like I broke a record.
Okay, and those personal goals and that state championship mean a lot to you, but what was it like kind of celebrating that with your teammates over at Vail Christian?
It was really great with the support from my coaches, my school, my teammates. They're really supportive, and they were really happy that I had won states, and I was really happy, so we kind of celebrated it together.
And you're sort of a newcomer to the Valley. You were just telling me about 2.5 years you've been living here now. But when did you first pick up the racket and know you were hooked, that tennis was your sport?
I actually first picked up the racket when I was 6, but I first really started loving tennis was when I moved here. That's when I really got into tennis. I really started training hard and taking it seriously.
Okay, and what do you think's the most interesting part of the game? Is it just kind of the sport itself, the competition?
I think it's probably just the amount of friends you can make and the amount of fun you can have on the court. Sometimes you have bad days, but the good days is what really makes it intriguing and making me want to come onto the court.
And you're a state champion. You don't just get there on luck. You got to put in all the work. What was the work like building up to taking home, a gold medal?
So I definitely had to train every week at least 2 or 3 times. I also went to a lot of off-season tournaments, which were tournaments outside of high school season, and I was basically just training all year intensively.
Okay, and Vail Christian, you played in 4A and you took home a 4A state title, but Vail Christian normally bounces around that 2A mark. What was it like competing against some of those kids that come from bigger schools, maybe around Denver and those bigger towns?
Well, especially I'd say the kids from Denver, some of them were really crazy from the big schools, like with 1,000, 2,000 people. They just had some really, really good players, so that was fun for me.
Okay, and how did you remain confident? Those kids, like they stack up pretty well against, small town kids typically, but how did you remain confident when you were taking on a kid from a bigger school?
I'd say the main reason I remained confident is because in the off season I had played guys like these before. I played in Denver, so I played against city players who have been playing a lot from bigger schools, so I kind of have already played against these types of opponents.
Okay, and I don't know if you thought about this yet, but with, a 4A state championship win, you're putting Vail Christian on the map, let alone the Valley. How does that feel?
It feels really, really great, especially after all Vail Christian has done for me. The school has been super supportive. They've taught me a bunch of values, including courage and hard work, which I think are really important for my success.
Okay, and not too long ago, you took home that victory, but what are you thinking about right now? Has it hit you that you're a state champion? Just kind of walk me through your mindset. Are you already thinking about next year? Kind of walk me through there.
Yeah, so it's definitely, I've been really, really happy these few weeks, especially after achieving my goal. I'm just thinking that was really great, but I'm also thinking that, all right, that's in the past. It's a great achievement, but I'm looking for next year and to win it again.
Okay, and what will it take for you to get back to that stage again and take home that crown?
It's going to take a lot of training, just like last year, and maybe even more intensive, some fitness, and lots of tournaments around America.
Okay, well, you've already done it once. You've gone through all the training, all those hurdles, and you've come up there in the end with the gold medal. Is it all worth it? The training, the hustle, the maybe waking up early to practice before school, is it all worth it?
I'd say it's definitely worth it because part of the process itself is fun. It's not always fun, like the fitness isn't fun, but it can be fun. So it's not just the achievement, it's the process and the work it took to get there. It was all really fun for me.
Okay, any downtime in your future right now to kind of put down the racket for a minute and just, have some fun?
No, not for me. I'm just gonna keep hitting as much as I can, as many tournaments as I can go to.
True athlete, all about the grind, huh?
Oh yeah, always.
All right, well, anything you want to add, Daniel?
I just want to give a shout out to my coaches, Coach Eric and Coach JD, and even my dad. They've helped me so much, just so much improve mentally, physically as a player and as a person. So it's truly thanks to all of them that I won states.
Well, congratulations, Daniel. We're all proud of you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest coverage here in the Centennial State, in the Valley, and beyond. We'll catch you next time.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Milo Gladstone is a photographer from the Front Range who comes up here very often and takes some amazing photos of some of the action sports that happen in the valley, as well as covering stories all over Colorado. And Gretchen Pleshaw had the opportunity to talk to him about his art, his photography, and how he got started. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am very, very thrilled about this. I have a dear friend and photographer extraordinaire, Milo Gladstein. How are you doing, Milo?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's so good to see you. See you in, well, I almost said in real life, but see you over the video, you know.
I know, we only get to see each other once or twice a year, but it's so good to be here, and thanks for having me.
Of course. So Milo, just so we can let everyone know, Milo and I met years ago. Was it X Games or Dew Tour?
I think it was Dew Tour at first, and then X Games Dew Tour every year after that.
Yeah.
So.
And Milo, I know you are very humble, but you are an amazing, phenomenal photographer. How did you get started? I don't even know. This is great for me to find out as a friend as well. How did you get started taking pictures? Because you are insanely talented.
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much always had a camera in my hand. I got started in kind of the street photography vein and moved into other things like outdoor sports and things like that, adventure sports, whitewater rafting. I've been a climber for 10 years, almost, so kind of always been taking out the camera, climbing and stuff, and I'm still a student at Colorado State University and found my way into a media and society class, and they told me about the student newspaper, the Rocky Mountain Collegian, and the newsroom is in the basement of the student center, and I kind of always joke that I walked into the basement and I never walked out, and here I am all these years later. So
that is brilliant. And you're actually the photo director, right, of the Collegian magazine?
Yeah, so this year I'm co-photo director with my good friend Garrett Mogul. We both took over, so we're running the whole visual side of the paper, which has been an absolute blast, and we have such an incredible staff, and it's been really great to really try to curate the best news possible for the Fort Collins community.
Well, I have to tell you, one of my favorite things, truly, and I'm not just saying this because we're friends, of the X Games, of Dew Tour, of all these events that we're so blessed to get to go and hang out together, is seeing your photos behind the scenes at the media tent, because they are insanely amazing. Oh, there we go. There's one of my favorites. Do you want to talk a little bit about the photo?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of for me, being able to go to Dew Tour and X Games is kind of a dream come true. I've always loved snowboarding and obsessed over every snowboarding movie as a kid.
Yeah.
And specifically, I mean, this image of Zeb Powell is probably one of my favorites that I've taken. And the first year I applied for Dew Tour, I had no intention of getting it as, you know, a kid on student media, and I got the credential and went and just had the best time ever, surrounded by all these incredible athletes who are also incredible people.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd meet, that I just always saw through the computer screen on movies and stuff. And so this image in particular was at X Games this past year, of Zeb on top of right before he dropped in for the Knuckle Huck event. And that was fantastic.
And I have to say about Zed, because you know I got to interview him and I adore him, this is a soft side of him that we're seeing in this photo. You captured a moment, because he is a teddy bear, and not everyone knows that. That captures his energy, his beauty. He is just a love. I adore him.
Yeah, he's fantastic. This was the image I wanted to walk away with, and happened to have the opportunity on top of the Knuckle Huck, and everything kind of just came together in the middle of a snowstorm. And yeah, it was incredible.
All right. I want you to walk us through your photos. Is that cool? And kind of tell us about each one.
Yeah,
Put you on the spot
Let's
here. All right, let's do it.
Cool. This one was super fun. This was also from X Games. You know, kind of got a lot of the standard shots, as we call them. We go out and get the safe shots first. We know which images need to be published and things like that. And then we kind of go for the more fun stuff. So these were really fun because I laid on the snow with my head against the big air jump kicker, and basically just had to wait and time it based on what all the other photographers were doing. So you could kind of, almost like Formula One, you could see everybody's head snap up and kind of just trying to get it right at that right moment of just the skier framed against the sky, which was incredible.
I dig it. That is so awesome. I love it. Oh, I like this too.
Yeah, this was really fun. This was at night on the Super Pipe, and this was one of the images I've been trying to get for a long time, trying to position myself to frame the riders right in between the two lights with the X Games logo against the black sky. It was one of those like perfect nights that was just clear, I mean, as can be. And was just trying to capture that just raw, super clean, huge method, and was really stoked to be able to capture that.
Are those stars that you can see as well in the background?
I'm not sure.
That's dope. Oh, it's so cool. Milo, I dig it. That's awesome. Right on. I mean, I don't seem shocked because I know you and I get to see these all the time, but these are brilliant. Absolutely. Oh, Burton, we need to send that to our buddies over at Burton. That's dope. I love that.
Yeah, this was really fun. I think this one was at Dew Tour, or maybe X Games. I can't remember actually. But this one was really fun. Just had a really wide angle lens, and kind of was actually, a lot of these happened to be as I was moving position, and the rider happened to kind of pop up over the edge right in front of me.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is also one of my favorites. Just, you can feel the size of the pipe and how high the rider is in the air. I mean, I love this photo.
Well, and I should add too, a lot of people don't understand, but Milo, like, you get a perspective, and we do as media, to see it in a different way, to see these events, and it's pretty special because the human, everyone else that's going as a spectator really doesn't get to see these kind of moments. I mean, they see them, but in a different way, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really special to kind of be on the pipe, be on the
Right.
knuckle as these athletes are doing their thing, which is just incredible to watch. And you get a whole other side of things that you would never see otherwise. And
So
it's cool
wild.
to kind of feel like you're almost part of the action in that sense.
100%. And as we look at some more of your photo, okay, I'm going to totally be quiet because I know you were so stoked about this particular photo. You ran back to the media tent, and yeah, tell us all about this.
Yeah, so this was actually kind of a coincidence. I think the day before this was at Dew Tour this past
Yep.
year. This is Sylvia. She rides for the German team and has been just an incredible athlete for them for many, many years. And she walked up to me during one of the like open practices as I was taking photos and stuff, and was like, "Hey, can you take some photos for me?" And I said, "Sure." And
Yeah.
ended up shooting for her for most of Dew Tour this year, which was great. But it was funny because this was another one of kind of just happened to be walking by each other at that time that she snapped
Right.
her board. And she's like, "Oh, like, can we do a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a great idea. Like, let's go over to the side." And I really wanted to capture like her with the broken board and wanted to focus on the broken board, but kind of just with her eyes peeking out and
I
kind of
love
really
it.
personality in that.
I love it. I remember when you showed me that, and I was like, okay, I have another job for you. You're gonna be, you're gonna be the new photographer for all the modeling as well, because product placement, man. You're really good at that. I'm impressed.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Oh, what is this one? I dig it.
This one was really fun. This was this kind of goes along the vein of getting safe shots first and then moving into more fun stuff afterwards. This was at round, I believe it was 16 of the Arena Cross Championship in Loveland, Colorado.
Right on.
And this was an assignment I had kind of found for the paper and was like, hey, this is cool. We've never really covered anything in this vein. So went to go cover this, and this was really fun to play with some motion blur shots. And this one came out really, really good. And it took probably a good hour to try to figure out
Wow.
exactly how I wanted this to be, and that the guys flying through the air in the back really adds to that. So,
Well, and
yeah,
I want
really-
to say too, I know that a lot of people just think, oh, photography, you point your camera. There's so much you've taught me. I've watched you the past couple of years. There's so much more that goes into it, and it's a true form of artwork. I mean, really, you have to have the eye, you have to know the equipment, you have to know the movement, all of it. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. A lot of the time we end up like my buddy Garrett and I's joke is we always end up like sprawled out like on the ground, like underneath things of like about to get run over all the time. I mean, I've been run over by many different things many times. It's just a blast.
I remember at Dew Tour, you guys, because we love hanging out, and I was with you guys, and I forget what you were shooting, but someone was like, what are they doing? You were like on your knees, on your back, and I'm like, those are my homies. They're good. They're doing their thing. Let them be.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We're always kind of in weird positions.
Yeah, but you get the best product, so it works. And that last picture, was that the agricultural food waste story?
Yeah, it was. So this was a really good example of taking a local story and kind of a one-off story and making it, you kind of stumble into things as a journalist that you wouldn't really know about otherwise. So this woman in the photo is Jennifer Seywald, and she owns a local hard cider bar here in Fort Collins.
Right on.
And we just did a quick, we were doing a beer themed edition of the paper, and we did a quick thing about cider for cider versus beer kind of a thing. And in talking to her, she told me all about how she got a grant from the USDA to build a mobile juicing trailer that she now takes all over the state of Colorado and juices what are known as seconds. So this is fruit that would never make it to market if it weren't for Jennifer was doing. It would be thrown in the trash. And so she supports local agriculture through juicing all this fruit that wouldn't make it to market. And she takes that juice and gives it to local distilleries, things like that, and then brings the rest of it back up to Fort Collins, where she distills it into hard cider and then sells it through her company. And she contributes over $1 million back into the Colorado agriculture system every year, single-handedly, basically keeping all of these local farmers in business.
That is amazing. That is so beautiful. And I love that you captured her spirit and her energy in that picture. What a beautiful smile. And you could tell she really loves what she's doing. That's pretty special.
Oh, yeah. she always has a smile on her face. I mean, as
Oh,
evident
wow.
in-
Look at that. Wow. Milo, that's dope.
She's incredible. She's a fantastic woman, and built this company from the ground up all on her own, basically. Started just here in Fort Collins and then expanded to going to farms all over the state. And I'm sure she intends to expand that throughout the country as well, if possible.
How cool. That is so beautiful. I love that. And then I think we have maybe at the end a rodeo picture. Oh, no, I was wrong. We don't. We have another one. No, it's all good. What is this? Well, I know what it is, but who is this?
So this is the bass player for the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets band.
Right
They are
on.
an awesome psychedelic rock band out of Australia. They came here to Fort Collins, I think 2 weeks ago now, or a week ago. They just blew the doors off the place. I mean, they sold out our local theater on a Tuesday night, which was
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome. I love that. I love it. Oh, wow. That's a cool
this
shot.
is another one from them. They're incredible. It was a blast. I do quite a bit of concert photography around here, shoot for a lot of the local bands, and it's really fun and kind of one of the places I get to be most artistic just because of light and things like that.
And that's perfect, Milo. This is a good transition because I was going to say the difference between your photography when you're doing shows, like going and seeing music versus outdoor nature, is it night and day, right? I'm only assuming.
Yeah, it's a very different thing. I think now that I've settled into shooting concerts, it's become a lot calmer and more of like a familiar kind of almost brain scrub, but also the place that I get to be most artistic.
Cool.
Again, because of all the lights and colors and everything happening, it just is fantastic to be able to just have complete artistic freedom, which is amazing.
I love that. I love that so much. I am so inspired by all of these pictures. And what are you working at present day? Oh, here we go. That's the one.
Yeah, so this is, I threw this image in here to show because this, again, kind of similar to the Peach story. I currently am working on a rodeo story that was born out of a story that was done. I didn't write the original story that this photo was taken for. I did the photos for the story, and it was done about the CSU rodeo team.
Oh, right.
And I grew up about as far away from the sport of rodeo as you possibly can. This was the first interaction I had ever had with anybody in the sport of rodeo, and I took this photo. I actually have it printed and hanging on my wall.
I love it.
But I realized a couple months later that I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and there was more to be done in this world, in the world of Western life and rodeo, and so reached out to one of the contacts I had through taking photos for the story, and ended up being launched into a whole world for the last, I believe it's been 9 months now.
Oh, wow.
And hoping to finish the story up in January for it to run at the National Western Stock Show.
Cool.
And basically following the theme of what does it mean to be a true cowboy.
Nice.
So really, really excited to be kind of wrapping that up in the next couple months.
Milo, you're amazing. How cool. Thank you for taking us through your photo journey, literally, all the things. So I know you're working on that, and I wish we had some more time, but what are you the most stoked coming up to do?
I think right now, just trying to finish school, graduate, figure out my next steps. Obviously, finishing the rodeo project is my main focus right now. I'm really, really excited for that. And I've kind of branched out more for that. I'm doing photos, writing, and a documentary as well. So
awesome.
I think that's what I'm most excited about at the moment.
Well, Milo Gladstein, we adore you here on Good Morning Vail. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see you soon due to our next games right around the corner.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me, Gretchen. Always great talking to you.
So good seeing you, and we will talk to you again soon. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
We play from the hearts. We play these songs. We live these songs.
Scott Redner is known as the man behind Shakedown Bar, a venue he says was created by musicians for musicians.
We are different. We treat our music differently. We take our music seriously.
While playing musical gigs around town, Scott had what seemed like at the time a very lucky encounter.
A gentleman saw me playing and he gave me $1 million and bought the space, the lease on the space for me.
Wait, back up. What do you mean he gave you?
Well, he saw me playing at the Red Line one night, and he walked up and he tipped me $1,000, and he said, "You rock, dude. You need your own place." And I was like, "Well, I like the sound of that, you know." So I leaned over to my security guy. I said, "Hey, this guy, he said he's gonna buy me a bar. You come run it." And it was my buddy Bryce, who was the security guy at Red Line, and he's like, "Okay."
So in 2012, Shakedown Bar was established. But like many things in life that seem too good to be true, so too was this. For a variety of reasons, Scott had to buy out his original investor. Since then, Shakedown Bar has thrived as a 198-person music venue with exceptional performers, including the Shakedown Family Band. Scott himself has toured the world with bands like Blues Traveler, Dave Matthews, and Lenny Kravitz. But this father of two girls says his daughters have inspired him to embrace the current pop stars.
It is just T-Swift, and it's like I want to be able to just. I asked my daughter, I'm like, you know, because I took them to the Taylor Swift concert this year, and I'm like, which song, Harper? And she goes, "Cruel Summer Though."
Here he is performing his own rendition of Flowers by Miley Cyrus, another one of his daughter's favorites. Scott says if you love music, Shakedown Bar is the place for après-ski this winter.
What's better than songs you love to sing while you're after ski celebrating, getting a little toasty, right? But, you know, it's about that. It's about interacting. It's about sharing that time. It's about singing along. It's about sharing the experience together, the feel-good stuff, the stuff you know.
And he was so impressed with my tambourine skills that you might even see yours truly on stage soon.
So am I hired to come perform with you? Can I do it?
Done.
Okay.
700.
Or maybe I'll just stick to Vail vibes. To see the real musicians, check out shakedownbarvail.com for the calendar of events.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there. TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back to the second hour of Good Morning Vail here on Saturday, October 28th. I'm your host, Ben Roof. On today's show, we've got Chris Romer of the Vail Valley Partnership stopping by. Tracy Miller has got a delicious mushroom frittata recipe for us. And then, of course, Avija with Vail Vibes heads over to Chasing Rabbits to show us what's going on over there this winter. Your second hour of Good Morning Vail starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, delivering content in all sorts of mediums. Take us with you on the go as Good Morning Vail and Good Day Vail are now available as podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. And don't forget, you can always find TV8 on YouTube, TV8Vail.com, and all of our social media platforms. Just another reason why there's more for you on 92.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season. So we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. The Vail Valley Partnership is an incredible organization here in the Vail Valley that helps foster relationships between businesses and the greater community. And we had the opportunity to talk to Chris Romer, head of the Vail Valley Partnership. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We always talk about all the amazing things that happen here in the Valley, but what does it actually take to make things happen, to bring the community together, to bring the businesses together, to bring big world-class groups to the amazing Vail Valley? Well, the gentleman that can let us know all this great information is Chris Romer with the Vail Valley Partnership. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Well, it's great to have you. It's a long time. I saw you yesterday.
I did see you yesterday. It was fun. We had a Vail local marketing district lodging meeting, brought together a lot of the lodging properties and hotels in Vail to share a little bit of a preview of the winter and solicit feedback from the hotels on how we collectively, when I say we, I don't mean the Vail Valley Partnership, and I don't mean the town of Vail, and I don't mean the marketing district or the lodging community. I mean we collectively. How do we provide the very best experience for our guests? How do we communicate with the rest of the business community? How do we ensure that our guests are receiving a great experience when they're here in town in October? All of the we is a very big collective term.
Right, right. And you know, you look at all the variables involved and the obstacles that are in the way. We talk a lot about the housing and the employment market and all that, but getting even beyond that and getting behind the scenes on the teams that are deployed in South America and traveling around the globe to network with businesses and individuals from a transient standpoint to bring them to the Valley. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, and why would they?
Right.
Right? Why would they? Because if you're not in the business, you really don't know. And that's the same for technology or construction, and certainly for tourism and hospitality. But a lot of our hotels, certainly the ski company at Vail Resorts, Vail Valley Partnership plays a role there. And we are all working together and collaborating on how we communicate, on how we reach the group market, on how we reach the leisure market, on how we coordinate different website presences and different promotions to have attractive lodging opportunities and packaging, all to come. And none of that happens by mistake, right? It's a community effort. It's an intentional effort. And it requires a lot of gear movement behind the scene to make sure that we're working together and collaboratively and identifying those shared goals of how we increase our occupancy and how we share the brand message that is Vail, that is Beaver Creek, that is this community, that is the airport, and all the different moving parts that come together with positioning this place to our visitors and our second homeowners. It's a heavy lift behind the scenes, and you know, to the credit of this community, we've been doing it a long time, and there's good teamwork and there's good cohesion there.
Right. Now, it definitely takes a valley to do all this. And yesterday was a focus on the lodging partners here in the valley and things that we can do to cohesively bring more groups in and network with the people that we work with, whether it's the organizations like Stedman, for example. They've got a number of different companies they work with on medical technology, medical devices, that the Vail Valley would be a perfect place for them to bring a convention into. So it's networking in those little areas so that the mom and pops benefit from having that number of demographic increase and have them come in. Now, we're planning for the season, we're planning for next season already, but how do we do that? We look at a lot of analytics that your team brought in so that we could see trends and patterns and pace and all the things that as a business and an organization and a valley whole, we can start planning for what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and all of that is true, and there's so many opportunities for that. And the idea of, one of my personal pet peeves is the idea of being data driven. I think we need to be really cautious there. I think we want to be data informed, right? We want data, visitation data and past guest data and booking data and seeing where we're falling behind and where we might be ahead, so we can yield and manage appropriately. But we need to layer in some of that common sense. Yeah. And the data doesn't always help. The data doesn't always just tell us what to do, right? The data informs us, and we layer that on our local knowledge, and we layer that on the collaboration we have with different entities, again, be it the town or the airport or the ski company or the lodging properties, in order to inform. And then that next important step is to then communicate. Right. Communicate out to the retailers and communicate out to the restaurants. So they know what our occupancy looks like. So they know when they can prepare. And it's that's an ongoing challenge.
Right. Well, if we look at some of the conversation yesterday, we talked about our fall period, which we're in right now. This is a time a lot of businesses close down so they can take vacations and take their time off. But there's some of the larger hotel properties that have conventions and people coming in, and we want to showcase the Lions Head Village, the Vail Village, all the amenities here in the community. And sometimes it's a disappointment to those guests coming in because there's a lot that's closed. Yeah, and it becomes a communication issue at its core, like a marriage, like a family, yeah. Like a business. These things become a communication challenge of how we're communicating, and just telling isn't enough. We need to make sure that we're listening to, and that goes both ways. On what those things are. So we're going to be, after yesterday's meeting and feedback, I think we're going to be working to try and develop some new ways to do that and to really solicit more detailed information from the lodging community in order to share better information out to the restaurants and retailers, with the understanding, Kevin, that there's going to be times when restaurants close. They have capital projects. They need to do their deep cleans. They need to get their folks on vacation, and the same thing for the retail community. So it's not a situation of our hair's on fire and everyone, no pun intended. Yeah, thank you. That everyone needs to stay open all the time or else we're not fulfilling that needs. That's not the case. It's to let them know so they can better time those things. Right. And we can then meet the guest experiences and ensure that we have loyal guests who come back year after year. Right, and communication is the key, like you said. And if they are going to be closed, we could do the communication over to the guests coming in saying, hey, here's the areas that you want to focus on and go. Yeah, here's a list of businesses that are open. Here's a list of retailers and restaurants, and here's who's doing specials. And conversely, communicating out to that community. There's a group of 500 people in town, and last week there was a group of 500 people in town for Mountain Towns 2030. And they have a group function on Tuesday night. Right. They're probably not going to be out and about, but they're free on Monday and Wednesday night. Yep. Taking it to that next level of detail. Yeah. Now, talking about the details, we obviously, during peak season here in the Valley, our room rates are optimal. And it's not cheap to get a meal here in the Valley. Now, it's world class, and it's what people expect when they get here, but it's the expectation sometimes that we need to be mindful of as a community from a service aspect. And one thing I don't think a lot of people know that are viewing is everything that the Vail Valley Partnership does to help train so that when those guests arrive, we not only meet that expectation, but we exceed it.
Yeah, it's an ongoing opportunity for us as a community to provide that high level of service and to provide the tools and tips. Now, many of the large companies have their own internal training programs, and that's great, right? And that's important, and they should. If it's one of the large hotel properties or the ski company, some of the transportation companies, they're going to have their own internal training, and wonderful. It's important. We love it. But there are, 90% of our businesses in Eagle County have fewer than 10 employees, and 80% have fewer than 20 employees. Those are organizations that typically don't have the size and scale to have their own proprietary guest service training and customer service programs. So we offer a number of different programs for there, from Taking the Lead, which is a training program for first-time supervisors, to Management Essentials, which helps people with difficult conversations. How do you deal with a guest who's upset? What are the basic guest service steps? And we have a whole series of those types of courses. We have online courses for businesses to provide their people on their own time. We offer a number of them, four or five different in-person nuts and bolts, elbow grease. Here's how you do it. Everything from serving on a board to providing guest service for a first-time supervisor, from nuts to bolts. So there's quite a bit, all wrapped up in our Vail Valley Works programming.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot for people to chew on that just maybe didn't know exactly. Thanks for taking that walk behind the scenes with me to bring that out. But what do you got coming up? Because there's always wonderful programs and events that are coming out of the Vail Valley Partnership. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, two brief things that I would mention. Number one, next week on November 1st, on Wednesday morning, we have our State of the Valley program with the Vail Symposium. That's something that we've done for years and years. This year, our guest will be Jeff Schroll, the county manager, Phil Qualman from Eagle County Schools, Will Cook from Vail Health, and Bobby Murphy, the new Chief Operating Officer at Beaver Creek Resort. So we'll be at Colorado Mountain College, I believe, from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, discussing the state of the valley and having a sneak peek at what they all predict for 2024 and some of the trends that they're watching. And we expect it to be a great, lively discussion and plenty of time for Q&A with the audience as well. The other thing I would mention briefly is our Board Service Basics course. That's coming up November 15th and 16th. One-day intensive course. We do it twice. For anyone interested in serving on a town board or a planning committee, a nonprofit board, a HOA board, any of the different opportunities to really learn how to work with others and learn governance and fiduciary responsibility and all the things that civic engagement of serving on a nonprofit or a community board might be. So we have a full training class. We've done it for a number of years. It gets rave reviews. One of the most popular things we do, so I encourage people to check that out too.
Yeah, with the number of HOAs, just in itself, a lot of board opportunities. And it's great to serve on a board. Again, that's giving back to the community a little bit, not really something you get paid for, but help develop and keep the world-class atmosphere here in the Vail Valley.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, Chris, thank you for coming in today, taking part of your morning out and inspiring us and letting us know everything going on with you and your amazing team at the Vail Valley Partnership.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde con una repetición de 7:30 a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. One of our best friends here at TV8 is Tracy Miller, and she's always got some delicious recipe to share with us. And up next, she's going to show us how to make an amazing mushroom frittata.
Good morning, Vail.
Okay, happy days for me because I am in the TV8 kitchen. A good morning to you. I'm Tracy Miller with Colorful Cooking. That's my catering business, and my mission with Colorful Cooking is to add fruits and vegetables to everything and eat healthy. So we were talking about getting vitamin D. They say get outside in the sun at least 15 minutes a day and get that vitamin D. It helps with your mood, it helps with your health, and it's just fun to get outside. You can also get vitamin D from mushrooms, and today what we are going to be cooking is a mushroom and mozzarella frittata and some breakfast potatoes. Really easy stuff. I tried to keep it so we only have just a few ingredients and make it really easy on everyone. But first of all, I have to thank Danielle, our manager here, the general manager at TV8, because she asked me what I needed in the kitchen, and I said, I needed a really nice cutting board, and look at what she delivered. It's so nice. First of all, it's a bamboo cutting board, and I wanted to show you this because safety in the kitchen is of paramount importance. And this little red thing right here, that might look like nothing, but it's super duper important because look, my cutting board isn't going to wiggle around. It's not moving around at all. And when you're cooking and when you're chopping with a really sharp knife, you don't want anything wiggling around. You want to have a real secure area. So if you're looking for a great cutting board, personally, I love the wood cutting boards, the bamboo cutting boards, and if you can find something like this, wow, it really makes my day. It's the small things in life, folks. If not, if you have your own cutting board and it starts moving around while you're cutting and you're kind of like chasing it all over the place, then put a wet paper towel underneath it and that will secure it. Okay, so today we've got some mushrooms. I have baby Bella mushrooms. So the baby Bellas are just the smaller portobello mushrooms, and they're actually, if you like button mushrooms better, they're all kind of related. The button mushrooms are the babies. If they grow longer, they become the baby Bella mushrooms. If they grow longer, they become the portobello mushrooms. So they're all related. They have tons of vitamin D, and they also have a lot of zinc. And zinc has been on everybody's radar since COVID, because zinc helps improve your immune system, and it keeps you strong and it keeps you healthy. So if you're one of those folks that's like, I've been popping zinc pills since COVID and I feel great, awesome, good for you. Now add a few mushrooms to your diet as well. So when you're making a frittata, and a frittata is just really like baked eggs, but you start it off in a pan. So you're going to need a pan that you can move to the oven. So we started off on the stovetop over medium heat. I have coated the whole entire bottom of my cast iron pan with olive oil. Now I'm an olive oil gal. I prefer it over butter. I like butter on my toast, and butter is like a finisher. But when I'm cooking, I always use olive oil. It's healthy for you, and then you just have one oil hanging around. So what we're gonna do now is, this is medium heat. I put my olive oil in the pan after it got warm. And now I'm just gonna kind of lay the mushrooms down. What you wanna do is put your mushrooms down and make sure they all have a nice flat surface. Now this is gonna cook up. Mushrooms cook up really nicely, actually, and it's really hard to overcook them too. So if you're making this frittata in the morning and you're like running around, you're fixing your hair, you're tending to the children, you're drinking too much coffee, you're talking on the phone, whatever you're doing, you can really just kind of let these just sit here and start to get cooked. All right, so they're gonna have olive oil on one side of everything. And whenever you're cooking anything, you kind of want to make it so that it's spread out, so every piece of the meat gets some heat. Same thing as if you're baking something and putting it on a baking sheet. You want to spread it all out. Don't put a big clump on there and then pop it in the oven, because it's not going to cook evenly. Spread everything out, give it all some space, let the oil, let the heat kind of go around every little piece of what you have. So we're going to get these mushrooms cooking. I'm going to let them cook in the olive oil without touching them. Don't be an over stirrer. I'm going to let them cook without touching them for about 1 to 2 minutes. And meanwhile, we're going to get our potatoes going. So I decided on the cast iron pan here because I can put that in the oven as well as on the stove top. You can also do that with an all-clad pan, but this one we're going to use actually for our potatoes. So the key to making breakfast potatoes is to boil the potatoes before you cook them. So, it's not really hot. I cooled them down, actually. I'm just joking with you. So what I did is I boiled these new potatoes beforehand, and then I've cooled them down. So this makes the potatoes nice and creamy, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop them up and we're going to cook them on the stove top. This also reduces the cook time, because sometimes potatoes, when you cook them from raw in your pan, they take quite a long time. So once again, I am going to put a little olive oil in my pan, let this bugger heat up. We have a while to cook these, so I'm just going to put them on a low temperature, and I'm just going to chop them up and kind of like big chunks too, because we've got a lot of people in the studio today and they want to eat these potatoes. And we've got the fingerling potatoes, so some of them are little, some of them are big, some of them are purple, which look at that beautiful color. Isn't that so pretty? Gosh, I love those purple ones. And then the white ones. You can buy these at the grocery store. They come in little bags. They're just called fingerling potatoes. And that means that they're young potatoes. And right now, with the spring happening, all of our fruits and veggies are looking so good in the grocery store. It's a totally different place than it was like 2 months ago. So make sure you get your nice, fresh fruits and veggies, and the young ones as well, because they're just going to be a little more tender. So we're going to put these guys in our pan over a low heat, because we have a little time, because we will be finishing this up next hour. So I'm just going to make sure I get these in here over the low heat with some olive oil. Flatten it out like I was telling you before. Just make sure everything is getting its own space, its own personal boundaries in our frying pan. And then we're just going to put a little salt and pepper on it. Okay, I just make a salt and pepper mixture. Look at these mushrooms. See, already, just in the few minutes I've been talking, they're already getting nice and cooked. So I'm going to stir them around so we can flip them over. They smell good too. They also have potassium. You know, mushrooms have been medicinal for many, many years, thousands and thousands of years. The Chinese use them all the time. A lot of people use the mushroom powder in their smoothies just to get some of the antioxidants and minerals and vitamins that mushrooms hold. I just love them really anyway. My favorite way is actually cooked. Okay, so now we're gonna move over to the eggs. Let's see, we've got the potatoes cooking over low, fingerling potatoes so they're nice and young. And then we are going to, we're gonna kind of scramble up about 6 eggs, and this will probably feed 4 people or so. I like to keep it at 1 to 2 eggs per person, just depending on what age your people are. So me, I like 1 egg a day. So I have 3 in here already. I'm gonna crack 3 more. I'd love to tell you that I can crack it with 1 hand, and I used to practice all the time, but I wasted so many eggs, and since eggs are so expensive now, I can't do it. I'm just gonna crack them with 2 hands because that's how it works. Okay, so then we have those 6 eggs in here. We're gonna whisk them up really nicely. Eggs are so healthy for you. Do not be afraid to eat eggs. The yolk, it has so many minerals and vitamins. It's actually considered one of the healthiest foods in the world. So always, I just love having some eggs for breakfast in the morning. Okay, so here we go. Now this is the start of our frittata. We have our mushrooms all over like this. A lot of olive oil on the pan. I'm going to turn it down really to low right now. What you need a lot of olive oil for is because you don't want your frittata to stick to the bottom. This is like the hardest part of the frittata. And so we're going to put the eggs all around it. Make sure there's nice coverage everywhere. All right, things are quieting down a little bit. We have our eggs in here. We're going to kind of slow cook the eggs, and we're not going to touch them. What we want to happen now is for the eggs to cook from the bottom, and then once they continue cooking and it feels like they're ready to go, which what I mean by that is that they are cooked all the way on the bottom, and we will check that by kind of wiggling around the middle. Then we're going to pop it into the oven under broil, and we're going to cook the top of the egg, and that is how you make a frittata. So we've got the mushrooms in there. I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper on top. Season everything as you go. So every time you add a new ingredient, we're going to season it, and we're just going to let this slow cook for just a little while the bottom gets completely cooked. So once again, I have my mushroom frittata in my cast iron pan. We are going to try to cook it slowly on the bottom with 6 eggs, and then when we return, we will be cooking the top of it, and we'll be adding some cheese to the top as well. Right now, my potatoes are on low. I don't hear anything going on with the potatoes, so I'm going to turn them up just a little bit because they are nice when they get a little crispy. And once again, we have parboiled the potatoes, and what that means is we cook the potatoes before we cut them up and put them in here to make the breakfast potatoes. And anytime you're cooking potatoes, these fingerling potatoes, if you cook them in water before you sear them up or before you roast them in the oven, they're going to have that creamy texture in the middle, and then they're going to get kind of that crunchy texture on the outside. And now if you can see this, it's starting to kind of heat up and boil a little bit. I'll move those around so the oil gets underneath everything. And our frittata is slow cooking, but still has a little ways to go. So we're just going to let that slow cook for a little while longer. We are going to take a quick break. When we return, we have more Good Morning Vail, and we're going to finish up our breakfast here in just a few minutes. So keep it right here on Good Morning Vail, and thanks for joining us on this St. Patty's Day.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, Our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. That mushroom frittata is looking absolutely delicious. So let's go see how Tracy Miller finishes that up in the kitchen.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Here we are back in the kitchen with our healthy breakfast. We are making a mushroom and cheese frittata and some breakfast potatoes. So the breakfast potatoes, I cranked them up a little bit. I'm actually going to add just a little more olive oil to those right now, just to give them some more flavor and keep them kind of cooking at a nice rate, because they're starting to get that nice crispy on the outside. A tiny bit more salt and pepper, but really right now what we're going to focus on is our frittata. Mushrooms in there. We're talking mushrooms are so healthy, they're super low in calorie. And what happens when you make a frittata is you cook the bottom on the stove and then you cook the top in the oven under the broiler. So this is what makes, this is like the only difficult part about making a frittata, is making sure that it's going to come off of the pan. So when you put it into this oven, you want to make sure, like, look, see how it's kind of, it has some give from the pan. So when we finish the top, I'm gonna flip it over on here, and that's the kind of the point where you're like, please come out all together. That's why we coated it nicely in olive oil. So right now I have the broiler on high. I have some mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna say we're eating potatoes that are low in fat. We have mushrooms that are low in fat. So we're gonna be adding a little fat to this, buddy. And I like to put the cheese on top when I'm putting it into the broiler because it kind of crisps it up a little bit and it gives it a really nice texture. Mozzarella is a good melty cheese, of course, so we're just going to use about a cup of mozzarella. We have 6 eggs and probably a cup of mushrooms, and we are going to pop this right into the broiler right now. So I'm going to go to the oven, I'm going to open it up. It's hot, it's getting hot in the kitchen. I have the cast iron pan so it can go from the stovetop all the way to the oven. We're going to put it right here in the oven under the broiler. We're going to do that for not very long, like a minute or so, and then we are going to get it out, pop it out here, and really keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best because you really want your frittata to fall all in one place. And the nice thing about frittatas when you have guests or you're getting ready to start the day is you can eat a frittata hot or you can eat a frittata cold. So if you're running around and you're getting everybody off to school or whatever you're doing, you're dealing with the dog, you're dealing with everything to get ready to start the day, and you don't get to your frittata in time, it's okay. You slice it like a piece of pizza and you can eat it on the go. It doesn't have to be hot. It still tastes good when it's cold. A lot of times you like to add something to the frittata. So today, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we are going to add some arugula. Now you might have heard of rocket. It's a leafy green and it's the same thing as arugula. It's just called rocket. It's got a very peppery taste, and that peppery taste actually means it's full of antioxidants. So arugula and any leafy green is really, really going to be good for you. Great for your eyes, great for your skin, great for your immune system. So really I try to eat leafy greens every single day, whether they're raw or they're cooked. Now arugula stems, from the Mediterranean, and it's a really healthy addition to a lot of different foods. You can cook it up. I was thinking about putting it in the potatoes and kind of frying it up a little bit, but I decided we're just going to have it a little leafy on top of our frittata because sometimes it's just nice to have a little something on top of the frittata. The frittata, of course, is 6 eggs, 1 cup of mushrooms, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, and salt and pepper. So really simple ingredients, very, very healthy. Eggs are really, really good for you, really high in iron and selenium. And then the mushrooms, of course, like I was telling you before, they are so good for you. They're so medicinal and they're so low in calories. And one of our sponsors here on TV8 is Knapp Ranch. They're located in Eagle and they have a farm here in the Vail Valley. It's like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. You drive up into the high altitude and then there's this gorgeous farm, and what they're specializing in right now is growing mushrooms. So if you ever go to their shop in Eagle, you're going to find exotic homegrown mushrooms that have so many flavors. All right, we have our frittata in there. It's been in there for about a minute or so, and I'm actually going to take the potatoes off the heat, move them over here, and get ready for some frittata space. And we're going to cross our fingers. Come on, everybody root for me here that this frittata is going to pop out of the pan just perfectly. Okay, here we go. We're taking it out. Ooh, yes, look at how nicely that looks with the melted cheese on top. I gotta turn this thing off. It's getting really hot in the kitchen. Okay, so here's what we have. And look, it's all gonna come out nicely. And actually, I am not gonna flip this one over because I put the cheese on the top. So if you put the cheese, if you mix the cheese in with the frittata, then you can flip it over. But since the cheese is on the top, I'm going to take an even more high-risk movement here with one spatula. Can she do it? 1, 2, 3. Look, it's like a pizza. And arugula is actually a great topping for pizza. So now we can just cut our frittata into however many slices you want. Nice and easy to cut. Here we go. It's our pizza frittata. And it's vegetarian. And then we're just going to sprinkle some of this arugula right on top. Since the frittata is nice and hot, we're going to get a little bit of wilting from that arugula. And I'm going to put a little tiny bit of olive oil just because I'm going to make it like a little salad. And look, we're talking pretty little use of olive oil here. We're not doing a lot of fat. That mozzarella cheese is going to give us some fat for the morning, but our mushrooms are really healthy, low in calories. Our arugula is very healthy, low in calories. We do have some of the potatoes that have crisped up nicely. I love those purple colors. They're going to be high in potassium. They have a little more calories, but they're still going to be really, really good for you and really healthy. So we're going to get those on the plate. Let's get 2 pieces of frittata. And there you go. You have yourself a lovely breakfast that really does not take that long to make. And if you're going to take a look at this piece of frittata, look, you can pick it up just like a piece of pizza and enjoy it delicious like that. It's really hot though. Maybe don't pick it up quite yet. And again, you can let it sit for a little while and enjoy it. So thanks for joining me here on Colorful Cooking. This is a mushroom and cheese frittata. It's got a nice crisp on the top from the cheese, a good spicy peppery flavor from the arugula, and these potatoes, delicious as well. Enjoy.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at revivalvailvalley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hey there, I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And today, please tune in as we talk about the history of Avon. It is something that every viewer should know about, because what's better than knowing about the town that we live in, the culture, the history, and ultimately the respect that we owe this town. So stay tuned. We'll be with you later today on Good Day Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Let's take one final look at that local weather forecast for today. We are expecting to see those temperatures warm up just a little bit. 13 degrees around 8 a.m. High of 25, 30% chance of precipitation. Now it is going to be cloudy throughout the course of today, but we are going to see those isolated snow showers into the afternoon. West northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So if you are getting out there, just be prepared for that slight breeze to be rolling through. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that cloud coverage is going to be pretty heavy throughout the course of today. Those temperatures progressively warming up, that high taking place between that 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour. That's when we're going to start to see those snow showers really start to make their way out, so just be prepared for that. Now, if you are traveling along the I-70 corridor, there is a slight low pressure system sitting above the entire I-70 corridor. 20% chance of precipitation. Come on!
From activities and adventures to hot spots and the latest happenings, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. I'm Avisha Scarborough. Welcome to Vail Vibes. Today we're coming to you from the one and only Chasing Rabbits, a venue unlike anything we've seen here in Vail. You can literally get lost in what feels like an enchanting and elaborate maze. So, are you ready to take a journey down the rabbit hole with me? Let's go check it out.
Chasing Rabbits has to do with organized chaos. So you can definitely get lost in here. Sometimes we've had people visit and be like, I didn't even realize there was one of these spaces.
Each room we entered transported us to a new world full of rabbit motifs and nods to Alice in Wonderland. Even the hallways were full of surprises.
We really took a lot of thought into the design, and each room has unique decor where you feel like you're in a different world or land.
So what exactly is Chasing Rabbits? Previously a movie theater, it's been renovated and rebranded as an entertainment venue with something for everyone.
This is developed by Slayers Group, and we partnered with Rockwell Group, who are the amazing architect and design firm behind Tao, Matsuhitsu, Catch, a lot of those name brand places, and we're bringing something urban and cosmopolitan right to the mountains here in Vail.
And Thea says the people of Vail were more than ready for it.
People have been asking for an upscale place to have nightlife in Vail. You know, we have that in Aspen, but now move over Aspen, we now have the better skiing, and we also have a little bit of nightlife ourselves too.
From the decor to the drink menu, each space in the venue has its own unique vibe.
The arcade is very neon, it has these flashing lights, it's a fun place to go play some arcade games. You can also go and enjoy some DJ music or bingo or karaoke in there. The Moon Rabbit is very elegant, it has these soft velvets, it's more calm, and that decor kind of reflects the vibes of the Moon Rabbit Speakeasy, and it's influenced by East meets West, so it has more Asian influences. You'll see kind of from the wallpaper, it's inspired from the East, and then a little bit of the ropes gives you that nautical vibe of maybe you sailed to a different land. And then the restaurant is really light and airy.
How do you guys like this restaurant?
It's really nice, really nice.
And the food is really healthy, light and airy, so it reflects that. And then lastly, the library lounge is really cozy and intimate, and it has floor-to-ceiling books. So you really feel that kind of intimate vibe where you can just chill there for hours.
Plenty of books and plenty of whiskey. Sounds like my kind of library. But there's more than that here at the Library Lounge. They host events for their members.
Anyone can come to Chasing Rabbits. We're completely open to the community, but we also have a membership, so members can enjoy perks like members-only events, so things like wine tastings, as well as they get discounts on food and beverages, they get to skip the line, and there's also a secret menu that's just for members.
But more than anything, she says, Chasing Rabbits is a place for people to rent and make their own.
We've had some amazing weddings here, corporate events, birthdays, but people are so creative, and they're really making this their home and making an extension of themselves.
Speaking of special events, Thea recently had part of her own wedding celebration here. And if you're looking for a more casual night out, there's plenty of that here as well.
So we have the DJs on Friday nights. We also have a few fun free events. So we have weekly bingo that the locals love, as well as weekly karaoke. And we also have jazz in the Moon Rabbit.
And if you haven't made your New Year's Eve plans yet,
we opened up in December, and our big launch party was New Year's, and it was lots of fun, and we can't wait until we do New Year's next year as well. We're going to have a very fun New Year's party.
We'll have to put that on our calendar. Thea says check the Chasing Rabbits website for more info on New Year's Eve and all other events.
Well, that's all the time we have for this Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to catch us here every morning at 7 a.m. live, because there's always more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and here in Arrowhead today, the air feels crisp, the leaves are changing colors, and it's a perfect day for leaf peeping with some great company, of course. This is Roberto, and we're about to go have an adventure. Let's go, Roberto. Ready? All right. Llama trekking is one of the many offerings from Paragon Guides in the Vail Valley. Co-owner Will Elliott says people love being around these cuddly creatures.
I just think they're a big animal that people aren't around a lot, opposed to like a dog or a cat. You know, you put them on the horse spectrum, but I think they're a little friendlier than horses. I could be biased.
And his favorite thing about them?
That they carry my stuff.
Llamas can carry about 20 to 25% of their body weight.
What's in the pack?
Pack's lunch.
So they're the perfect companion for hiking or picnicking. Will says you won't get much drama with his llamas because of his unique training techniques.
I think llamas get a bad rap about spitting, and some do. And one way we've kind of reacted to that is we spit back at them using a bike bottle. And we often are the winner of that confrontation. You're gonna squeeze it right in your face. You're gonna have that as a holster, and you're gonna be ready because they're gonna put their ears back and get ready to spit at you, but you gotta be faster than them.
Paragon Guides was started by Will's father in 1978, and they can take you on pretty much any adventure you may want.
Anything human powered besides rafting, we'll try to create for you if you're ready to go outside. I mean, whether it's bird watching, to llama tours, to fishing, to climbing a 14er, mountain biking, rock climbing, anything to get you out into the wilderness.
So go ahead and explore the outdoors. And as the saying goes, good company along the journey makes the path seem shorter, especially when your companion helps carry your load. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to Mountain Perspectives. I'm Chris Romer, President and CEO of Vail Valley Partnership. Honored to be joined today by Tracy Walters from Polar Star Properties, Kim Bell Williams from the Valley Home Store, and George Ruther from the town of Vail. And we are going to be talking about housing, workforce housing and attainable housing, and housing here in the Eagle River Valley and in Eagle County. Really excited to talk to these three about all the different things that are going on. And let's jump right in. I introduced you guys a little bit, but Tracy, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what Polar Star Properties does?
Sure. I'm the general manager and part owner of Polar Star Properties, and we property manage 5 different properties accounting for approximately 700 apartment units throughout the valley, all of them maintained as affordable or workforce housing. And we are also, our origin story is that we were actually